Let's play Thief. Now, Thief is not a game that many of you have heard of, and you might be thinking, well, Rob, you've probably pulled this right out of the oddities of MAME, but that's not true. Whenever I was a kid, I played this game, and I've seen it at a few places. Seems like they were at maybe the larger arcade type of places. I'm thinking Showbiz Pizza or a mall arcade in a moderately sized town or city. There was this place called Grand Prix Malibu in Houston, Texas. They would have had this title, because they were large, really big place. But anyway, what is this game? Why do I remember it? And why do I think it's cool? Here's a little bit of a flyer for the game. And I'm also going to jump over to this listing so you can see the arcade machine really nicely. This is Thief, and this particular one looks like it's in fantastic condition. The color scheme, you see all those speaker panels up there? Man, it just doesn't seem like this game should have that many little speaker panels right up in this area, right where my mouse is, my little hand there. Look at the bezel. The marquee, very colorful, control panel artwork. It's very nice. It was an attractive game to come up and play. So a couple different views here. 19-inch monitor, fairly good sized cabinet. Looks like a Wizard of War behind it, so it wasn't really much different. Maybe even a little bit beefier than that Wizard of War that was behind it there. Yeah, this one I think looks really good. Really, really good shape. And let's see if there's anything else interesting to look at here. Fairly colorful screen. So there was this company called Pacific Novelty. And Pacific Novelty had just a handful of games that they made. So what I'm going to do here in this video is I'm going to play Thief, and I want to talk about it for a minute. And then I'm going to talk a little bit more about Pacific Novelty, because there's not a whole lot to say about them that I know of. Happy to read anybody commenting, telling me here's a link or here's some information about Pacific Novelty. I would love to learn more about them. But anyway, let's take a look at what Launchbox has for Pacific Novelty. You can see my search was Pacific Novelty, and I came up with 4 games. So I'm going to start off with Thief because that's the feature, but then I'm going to go to Shark Attack and play and demo that, and NATO Defense, and then Mr. F.Lea or Mr. F.Lea. So we'll check those all out, but the feature is on Thief. So let's play it. So one thing about this game is if you're going to emulate it, you're going to have to download samples, at least I did, in order to get the exact sounds that played throughout this game. Just looking at the demo here, we see that it looks a little bit like Pac-Man. Instead of eating dots, you're grabbing what appears to be money. Thus, you are the thief. Maybe this is a bank, and you're driving around picking up dollars. One of the things you'll notice about these cars and the way that they react to the ones that are trying to get you, they all have a predetermined pathway, and I think whenever you get into their zone, they deviate from their pathway. Another one is the color scheme and the way that just reacted can make you feel like you're going to have a seizure. You'll see that with the giant text that pops up. This game, Thief, is considered or is written about as one of the most popular games in the series of games made by Pacific Novelty. And therefore, maybe the really main reason why I've seen this game in multiple locations growing up as a kid. So it was a happy accident to find this game after years of not playing it, and then discovery, couldn't remember the name of it, and I see it and I play it and I go, man, that is the game. So I'm going to play it. Let's do it. Quarter in. Here's what I want you to pay attention to. You're going to hear a pre-recorded soundtrack in the background that is looping, and I'm not sure how it loops, if it's a continuous recording that's looping or if it's individual bits and pieces. I'm not sure if it was on a tape I don't know anything about this hardware, so if you know, please share it.
Vicinity of Hollywood and Vine, 504 in progress.
Otherwise, all you're going to hear is sort of this dispatcher
Use caution.
and the sound of me grabbing money,
Suspect in progress.
because that's what money sounds like. Boom. It's like a power pellet. You're going to go faster than the cars. They will deviate from you, actually in a pretty good way. I like the way they move around. A lot of points to be gained by getting these cars whenever you get a big dollar sign
Armed and dangerous.
that empowers you. Looks like I'm in trouble. Ooh, but I got out. Good time to go grab this dollar sign and hopefully make some big bucks. There we go. We should be getting them all here. $2,000 is what that last one was worth. So a pretty good value there.
What is your location, car 2?
Now, as for difficulty, I don't think the game is very difficult. And I guess as a kid, you know, that was the reason why I played a lot of these games. That doesn't mean to say that I'm good at it. It just means that, you know, when you're a poor kid, you're looking for ways to extend the time that you're at the arcade before you have a parent that says, hey, we got to go. Oh, this one was a tough one. I figure they're all going to, make moves on me here. And I'm probably in trouble, yeah, if I try to get any more. So yeah, I wanted to play games that extended my time at the arcade, and so that meant I needed to play games that I was pretty good at, or I could get good at. And I always try new games, of course. There we go, that's good. Whoops. And there's a fragment, there's an artifact, a 0 that just kind of made its way in the bottom left. So now I'm loitering. Maze is going to change a little bit.
Be on the lookout for the thief.
So your eyes have got to adjust to the layout of this thing, and the maneuvering of the cars, because they do change off their paths rather quickly. That's good. I got all but one, it looks like. Can I get him? No. No chance.
The thief has turned around and he's trying to run us off the road. He's coming at you, car 8. We have a multiple.
Oh, jammed up in the corner. Yeah, I kind of enjoy just hearing the soundtrack playing in the background. It's kind of silly.
Stop the thief. We've lost him.
You can see the density of this little maze here. It's fairly dense. Oh boy, stay away. Good deal. Should be able to do pretty good here. Get into the corner. Oh, changing rather quickly. One deviated.
It's the coin shop on Pico. The thief is at it again. This time he must be stopped.
The thief is at it again. Oh, come on. Look at these guys take off and maneuver around. Love it. I hate it, but I love it.
Wait for backup.
Oh, I thought I was dead. Boom. I am dead. I thought I could outrun him to the dollar sign. So it says this is your last chance without any attractive font action there.
I've got him. He's heading east on Olympic. He must be going over
Yeah, these little
90.
dollars here that are kind of left are a little bit of a pain.
Car 7.
Okay, we're cleaning up now. We're going to get them all. No, there's no way.
Losing anyone else.
I guess left, he goes right, you know.
Olympic and Fairfax, please check in.
I think that makes for a fun game.
Car 22, Roger.
Again, the mechanics of the game, you know, the whoop whoop whoop, the behavior of it all is fun. So gigantic text letting me know I got a high score. Did I get the high score? Surely not. Couldn't have been that good. But I'll put up my name anyway. So another question is, for me, is does Launchbox keep high scores for these games? Because they don't keep a lot of high scores for games that I would think that they would. So I got second because my highest there is 27,580. Crime doesn't pay in giant text, off-centered. Anyway, we'll see. They do show high scores. So I bet, yes, that was my previous score that was listed on the board, right? 21,000. And it looks like the highest all time is 51,000. So obtainable, absolutely. I feel like I could probably play this game and get up there. Oh, here it is. 27 is my old score, my old highest, which puts me at number 7 all time. I would play this game. I mean, I do play this game once in a while. I'd play it more often, and will probably now that I've reviewed it, talked about it. But notice how I don't have any graphic for that. That's weird. Launchbox, why don't I have it? It's only a 2 and a how many stars? So I'm gonna give it this many stars. I'll give it my. That's probably fair. I'll give it that vote. Do I have to hit the check mark? Yes. Okay. So now, if you're ready to be done with Thief, then it's been great having you. See you next time. But if you want to keep going here for just a few more minutes, I want to look at this game called Shark Attack, and I had not played it before until I started doing a little bit of homework on Pacific Novelty, and then did my search query for Pacific Novelty and Launchbox. And I decided to play it. Most of these games I try to play without even reading any information or looking at the attract screen. As soon as it boots up, I hit the 5 key to drop a quarter and then hit player 1 start. So first impression of this game, and by the way, this was made about a year before Thief that we just played. So this game was originally called Deep Death, and then it was released as Shark Attack, which is a much better name. Game Plan, who made pinball machines for a while, they were, I guess, either bought it or they licensed it. Yeah, that's what I just read there. So here's what we do. Put in a quarter, player 1 start, giant text, so you can see that it's pretty much the same stuff. So here's the deal. I've got a shark, and I just ate a guy. I move the shark around, feel like I'm playing an Atari 2600 game, and I just eat him. I literally just chomp them. See, my button is making my mouth open. And you can just chomp all you want. So, player wave 1 is done. You just don't want to get hit with a harpoon. Oh, and I did. I got hit by a harpoon. And that's the name of the game, man. Just get around them and chew them up. There we go. I chewed him up. Every wave, you get more and more points for your divers. And eventually, I guess they get really high scores. And that's it. This game is very much feels like an Atari 2600 game to me, with more color, but not a lot. Very basic electronics hardware. And I think the rhythm of this game is to kind of follow these guys around from the backside, and they're going to turn around here and there, and you just chew them up. It's kind of an easy game. It's not very exciting to play. Of course, he harpooned me. And that's it. So Game Plan thought that this very brutal, bloody game for back then was worthy of buying a license for and changing the name from Deep Death to Shark Attack 5200. I bet you, oh my, Shark Attack has high score list. Looks like it's not getting a lot of interest, but those high scores are obtainable. So jump out there and play that one. Now, NATO Defense, this one is going to feel a lot like Thief that we just played. It's an 82 game. It came out after Thief, and it looks to me like they used the same engine. So this game, you'll also hear some sounds. I did not pull any samples for this, so it may not sound exactly like it did in the original day of the arcade machine. But I never saw this game. I never saw Shark Attack or Deep Death. I didn't see NATO Defense, so and I will not have seen The Amazing Adventures of Mr. F.Lea. So just playing the game and having not seen that before, right now, honestly, here's what I found out. Put a quarter in, terrible colors that burn your eyeballs out, giant text you cannot help but to read. Your job is to just drive around and you pick up dots like a Pac-Man style, right? And you shoot these barricades, so you have a shooter button. And honestly, this kind of feels like you're polluting. Okay, he shot me. I thought I was going to get him first. Not a very good showing by me, I guess. What are these little things? Those are little ammo dumps. The things that look like kind of like a rocket ship to me. And you don't want to use them up. I don't think you want to grab them all right away. Because if you did, yeah, look at me. I better get out of the way. Yeah, they shot me. Too many of them all bunched up. Because you have, well, it looks like I'm out of ammo, so I better go get it. Better get some ammo. How many does it give me? 8 shots. So I guess use them sparingly. The last time I played this, and I'm dead now. The last time I played this, which was the first time I played it, war is heck, by the way. I don't think I picked up on that last time. The first time I played it, my strategy was a little different, so I guess I'm just trying to figure it out. But I like maze games. So what I did was I finished the maze being very cautious to pick up ammo, and then when I realized I could fire, and I was kind of picking up on the vibe of this ammo, I didn't realize that I had to shoot the barricade and eat the dot behind that barricade. I say eat the dot, whatever. They're going to shoot at me, right? They didn't shoot at me. But yeah, that's part of the gig here. You're supposed to go through there and shoot those barricades. Boy, this guy's really fast. Oh, he's slowed down now. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Shoot him. Yep. I need to just get into game mode here, I think. Dude, you act like that, I'm just going to shoot you if you do it. But yeah, to shoot these barricades, you got to kind of pay attention to the angle that you're on, because you can't just shoot the barricades at any angle. You have to be facing them, and thank goodness they're not trying to shoot. Well, that one tried to shoot me. Yeah. So it looks to me like the maze is a little bit different than last time. But yeah, you got to shoot. See, I shot the barricade, but I have to go back and get the, dare I say, a dot. So yeah, it's a dot. And I have some more barricades to take care of here. And look at them all racing around in like a pattern. It's almost intimidating, huh? Kind of. I wonder how the software behaves whenever, I got kind of in a mess there. Whenever you shoot the barricade, how long it takes for it to realize that that its little guy can go through it now. So here's my feelings about this game. I absolutely will play this game more now that I even know it exists, because I just kind of dig maze games, like I said. Come on, let me finish one. I want to finish a maze. Okay, what have I forgotten? Is there a barricade? What's going on here? I have no idea. In fact, I'm so messed up here and kind of irked about it. I need to take a look. I've paused the screen. I'm looking. Is there anything? Oh, there is one dot. Jeez, right in the middle left. Now, can I unpause and shoot fast enough? Go and get the dot. He's right on my butt. Well, I got away from it. Quick turnaround, fire. Still, I can hardly find the dot, dude. It's driving me crazy. There it is. Wow. I'm embarrassed, maybe. I don't know. Not really, because that's just me being me. I didn't see the dang dot that I left behind. All right, look at this one. Yeah, I got him. This is a hard clear here to me. Ooh, jeez. Dang, son. Oh, yeah. I went down thinking I could get around him. Because you're not really in a maze. Right? You're just kind of hanging out here, going around in circles, kind of like these guys. Woo! So I'm going to say this game is more fun than Thief to me. And I also like the fact that you can kind of get them out of their ooh, look at that. They're chasing you. And then if you play your game right there, you can get them out of, like I said, they're kind of pattern in chasing you. Like that. Look at that. He just took off, broke the chase. I think there's something really fun about that. Oh, that's sneaky, though. That was sneaky because he's just going around and around that one little area. And it reminds me, war is heck, because it is. So I like this game. I actually do. I only got 7,000, but I think I will be playing this some more. Let's see the scores. 25,000. So I guess there's some minimum before you get populated there. NATO Defense. So the last game they released in the same year, and then it looks like they do nothing until they come out with a Pop-A-Ball in 88 and in 1990 from Pacific Novelty. So it kind of makes you, I just really, again, am incredibly curious as to what Pacific Novelty was involved in. We have some names of people now, game written, music written, graphics by. But this game here, in 82, for the first time I played it less than 24 hours ago. There's a lot going on here. You throw in a quarter, you hit start, what do? Graphics way more involved. Looks like they've upgraded their entire system. I'm going to go up to Lawnmower up here. It says Pick a Pup. Can you guess what ripoff this is? I'm pausing it for a minute. Obviously, it's Frogger. What's weird is I have no idea what these purple things are that look like wheelbarrows without anybody pushing them. But I have to watch out for them just like you would with traffic on the road in Frogger. But the above half that I'm getting ready to get into is literally the water portion of Frogger. And I thought originally that I would just have to avoid the dogs, but that's not the case. The only way you can get across the road is by hopping on the dog's back. So what's the deal here? I'm a F.Lea, right? So the F.Lea has to ride on the dog's back. Got it. But what the heck is that down there at the bottom that I'm avoiding? I have no idea. Weird. Is it water? And I'm supposed to be jumping around the water? I don't know. Tell me, somebody. Let's keep going. So I'm going to get on the hot dog, the wiener dog there. And I have a time limit. You can see it. I'm going to grab the last doghouse here. Okay. Time reset. So the goal. Finish the game. So here's me thinking, boy, I cannot go left or right easily. It's like the control doesn't even respond. Really strange. Because it works in every other game just fine. Uh-oh. I also want to say it's very forgiving with you jumping on dogs. Because you can be off a little bit. Now in my case, I was cramming my control up. And it didn't seem to do any good. Okay, cool. I'm in that one. So I was noticing this yesterday when I played the game that the controls don't seem to respond quite like you would expect. Put it in an arcade cabinet. I wonder if it's the same way. So level of difficulty in the Frogger-like wave that we're playing, pretty easy. You don't want to mistake this game for only being a Frogger clone though, because it's more than that. See, I tried to go up then and it literally would not take it. Same again. I don't know. I need to be, I guess, a little bit earlier. I got it. Okay. So that's it for that one. Now I got to pick a pup. So what's up with that? I'll go over to this one. So we're going to do another game. And this one's going to be like Donkey Kong. And I just died. Because I got a balloon. Graphically, hard to make out what's going on. You follow the path. Get the balloons if you want them. Jump over these things. Watch out for the bones that are falling. And we'll get to the top eventually. To Mr. Dog. I think I'm going to stay over here. Most conservative route. Jump. Oh, didn't make the jump. Game over. Alright, we're going to play it again so I can show you the other levels. We don't have to win them. I'm going to go to this one again though, just to point out something. There's kind of a, I don't know if this was embedded into the, we're going to call it the playfield of this game, this Donkey Kong kind of ripoff, but it looks like right there it says something Kate, like Nia Kate. I don't know, you see that right below me right now. Interesting. Oh, almost got hit by a bone. Let's see if I can make it up to the top. I did yesterday. Nope. I tried to hop in space. I really tried to play it like Donkey Kong. Okay, enough about that. What happens when you get done? Well, you get, I'm just going to go ahead and commit suicide so I can show you the other ones. Whenever you get done with this wave, you get a bonus for the time you have left over, and then you can get back to this map. So whenever you beat it, like if I beat Lawnmower there and Dog Hollow, they go away. Their pictures do. And it only shows you the ones you have left. Okay, do you remember the game Jungle King? In Jungle King, you have to swing on vines. Literally, that's what we're doing. We're swinging on the tails of dogs how cute, right? A lot more innocent than what's going on in today's world with kids, let me tell you. So, kind of neat. You get done. This one's rather easy. I don't feel like too many people could screw this one up. It's just hard to make out maybe where you are and what you're doing, because again, the coloring is kind of very much like 80s computer style. Okay, so here's our big bonus for the time countdown. And then I'm going to show you the very last wave, if you want to call it, stage. Jump the spots. Now, I'm going to point out something. This looks like a computer program. First of all, I think of it as sort of like a Moon Patrol idea, where you really don't have anything but a jump button and you don't shoot anything. But your F.Lea, I'm not quite following, your F.Lea needs balloons for some reason, and you have a little divot to jump over, a little hole. There's clouds in the sky, not sure what the little black splotches are. This looks a whole lot like a game that I made for the Commodore 64 back in 1984-ish, probably. 85 maybe. So it's just not that impressive, honestly. It's not. And mechanically, you have to jump. Like if I'm not pushing forward, I must push forward to jump this going uphill. If I just jump where I'm standing, I can get a balloon there, but you got to be right on the edge to make that jump. So I find it irritating, honestly, on this stage. And I need to get to the top. I've never gotten to the top. I think I bailed yesterday when I was playing this. Just didn't make it. I might make it today. I did. Oh, look at that. So like I said, that's enough of that. But, well, why not? I've got my highest score ever. I guess I'll try it. I'll try to be victorious here and not worry about those balloons. But gosh, I want a balloon so bad. You know what I'm saying? You ever have the feeling where you really want a balloon? So I'm going to grab one. It will be the death of me. Almost. I'm going to go past what it looks like to me. It says Nia Kate. I'm going up. Make it. Oh, dude, I'm proud of you, F.Lea. Yes. What the heck? Oh my gosh, just how disappointing. You know what I did? I did this celebratory jump like I would in Donkey Kong. I tend to just jump at the end of Donkey Kong when I get right up to the top. I feel lame for trying. You know, games like this, it's hard to make out graphically where you are. What can you stand up on and what can you not stand up on? You know what I mean? It's, whoops, dude. Such a failure, the barrel coming on your head. That's what that felt like. Yeah, it's really hard to adjust when a game tries to rip off certain game mechanics of a popular title, you know? It's just hard to deal with for me. Because you want to play it like the game that you love and adore, the one that made history, and you can't because, you know, I don't want to say they sucked as a programmer. I guess you got to get in the dog bowl. But, well, anyway, they just did it differently. They ripped it off, you know, the idea, or were inspired by it heavily, let's say. Okay, going to the top. Lawnmower. That's my Frogger wave, right? This one probably takes the longest, I feel like. Because you literally have to plug in 4 of them. And impatience might be the problem. And by the way, the controls seem to work just fine in every other little sub-game that's in this, The Amazing Adventures of Mr. F.Lea. But for some reason, this one just doesn't feel right. Like, you know, it just seems like it's so delayed. On some. Can I make this? Yes. Yeah. It is forgiving. Like, I really... Look at me trying to go left and right. It just will not go. On Frogger, I really rely upon that heavy left-right movement, like fast, you know? So I've never completed all 4. let's see what that does. I'm sure it's a repeat of these same 4 sub games, right? Maybe we'll have a bonus round. Looks pretty much the same. Nothing's different. Let's go to Dog's Tales. Is it harder? Okay, maybe. I don't know how I missed that, so I'm gonna say yes. Also, when you die, you can't get out. You're stuck. Oh, see, I should have caught the tail end of that. Pun intended. Okay, how do I feel about this game? I think it's a cute game for kids. I think it's in 1983. I don't know, why didn't it do okay? Should it have done better? Should I have seen this? Did you see it out in public somewhere? Let me know if you did. I've never seen one of these that I recall at any arcade auctions. I don't know anybody that owns it. I don't know much about it. That's why I said it was new to me. How did I do against the world? It looks like not too good. Nobody cares. So I'm on the monthly, and for the year I'm number 7, and I'm in the top 20, so I'm number 18 all time. You know what this means? Nobody really plays this game. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a vote. I would vote this game. It looks like it's got 3+ stars. I would vote this at a 2 because I think it's cute, and I'll give it a little bit more. Here, let's do that. Cute and for kids, so I like that. NATO Defense, I feel like, ooh, okay. Looks like we're going to agree there. It looks like it's pushing 4 stars. So I'm going to give it I'm going to go ahead and give it all 4 here, if it'll let me. Yes, it does. Click that. This game, I think, sucks. I don't know why that has received over 3 stars. I'm going to give it half a star. That seems brutal, but it just seems like an Atari 2600. And so now we go to Thief, which I think is not a bad game. It probably deserves the 3 stars that I get. Looks like I gave it. I don't know. Did I give it 3? I can't remember. Overall, it looks like I've played it 21 minutes. How long have I played this game? 3 minutes, 38 seconds. Yeah, 8 minutes here, and I think most of that was for this video. And Mr. F.Lea, 11 minutes. So NATO Defense is going to be my go-to game of the Pacific Novelty titles. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you grab these things, you see some games you've never played before, you're inspired to pull Launchbox or however you want to play game emulation for arcade machines, and you pick up on some of these and want to play. I do hope you do join up in Launchbox and set up your account and do some high scores so that you guys can take down the old man here.